Okay, so on multiplying fractions, we try to cross-reduce or just reduce before we multiply. So I will take this one here, the 2 and the 6, 2 goes into both of those, 2 goes in here once, 2 goes into 6 3 times. Notice I also have 7 and 21. 7 goes into both of those. 7 goes in there once, 7 goes into 21 3 times. Now you could stop here and go straight across if you would like to. I'm going to reduce one more time. You could actually do it a couple of times. But all right, I won't. Let's see, 1 times 1 times 9 is 9. 3 times 3 is 9. And 9 times 3 is 27. Now hopefully you can see you can still reduce 9 and 27. 9 goes into both of those. 9 goes in here once. 9 goes into 27 3 times. The answer is 1/3. Now I could have reduced the 3 and the 9 and then another 3. I could have done that, but I just chose to reduce that much. Let's go to the next one. Let's see, I think I'll start off with, I could do the 6 and the 18. 6 goes in there once, 6 goes in 18, 3. Do you notice I have a 3 and a 3 right there? So why don't I just reduce that? Because this is now a 3. So 3 goes in there once, so that's now a 1, and 3 goes in there once. That's a 1. I cannot reduce those anymore. Same thing with that. Okay, but I have a 12 on top, then a 9 and a 4 on the bottom. Now, can't 12 and 4, can those reduce? Sure. 4 goes into 4 once, and it goes into 12 3 times. So if you notice, the only thing I have left is a 3 on top and a 9 on the bottom. If you want to, you can stop and just go straight across. 1 times 3 times 1. 9 times 1 times 1. And you can see that that will reduce. 3 goes into 3 once. 3 goes into 9 3 times. Excuse me. So I could have done the 3 and the 9 here, but I just chose to wait. You can reduce as much as you want before multiplying. All right, so in this method, I'm just going to reduce each fraction because they each could be reduced. So I have 16 and 14. 4 goes into both of those. 4 goes in here 4 times. 4 goes into 20 5 times. Then I have 12 and 4. Well, 4 goes into both of those. 4 goes into here once. 4 goes into 12 3 times. Now if you notice this 1, I cannot reduce that anymore. Then I have 10 and 22. Let's see, 2 goes into both of those. 2 goes into here 5 times. 2 goes into 22 11 times. Okay, now we could multiply across right now, but we still end up reducing. Can you see something you can reduce right now? Hopefully you can see that I have a 5 on top and a 5 on the bottom. Those, if you want to draw a line all the way over, that's okay. Those reduce. 5 goes in here once, and 5 goes in there once. All right, so it's just a little game of reducing. Once you get down to 1, you can't do any more. Now I multiply straight across. 4 times 3 times 1 is 12. And 1 times 1 times 11 is 11. So 12 over 11, you could stop there, but really that could be reduced because 11 goes into 12 one time. And there's 1 left over. So the answer really is 1 and 1/11. But you could have 12 over 11. Number 15. Let's see what we can reduce. We have, excuse me, what could we do? How about 3 and the 21? 3 and the 21. 3 goes in here once. I can't reduce that anymore. 3 goes into 21 7 times. All right, what else do I have here? I have an 8 and a 4, or I could do 2 and 4. Your choice, doesn't matter. I'm going to do the 8 and 4. So 8 goes in here, 4 goes into both of them. 4 goes in here once, 4 goes into 8 twice. Okay, that cannot be reduced. So what do we have? I don't see anything else that could reduce, so I'm going to multiply on top. I have a 2, and a 1. 2 times 2 is 4, times 1 is 4. On the bottom, I have a 7, a 5, and a 1. That's 35. That's just 35. And that's it. You cannot reduce anymore. Okay, next one, number 16. Let's see what we can reduce. We could do the 4 and the 8 right now if you want to. You could do 4 and 10 because 2 goes into both of those. Just zoom in a little bit. But I'm going to do the 4 and the 8. That way it'll make it a 1. 4 goes in here once. 4 goes into 8 twice. I know I can't reduce 1 anymore, so that's it. What else do I have here? Looks like I have a 3 and a 9. Let's do that. Right? 3 goes in here once. 3 goes into 9 3 times. I don't know why I circled it. I didn't have to, but I did. Okay, what else do we have here? You could do the 6 and the 2, or you could do the 6 and the 10. Either one of those would be fine. I'll do the 6 and the 10 just to make the number small. 6, see, what goes into both those? 2 does. 2 goes into both of those. 2 goes into 6 3 times, and 2 goes into 10 5 times. All right, now there is one more thing you can reduce, but if you don't want to, that's fine. Let's just go straight across. 1 times 1 times 3. 3 times 5, that's 15. And 15 times 2 is 30, because 10 times 3 is 30. Now, can you reduce 3 over 30? Sure. 3 goes into both of those. 3 goes into 3 once. 3 goes into 30, 10. So if you noticed, you could have reduced a 3 into 3 before you multiplied. All right, so it's just a little puzzle. It's a game. You're just trying to reduce as much as possible before multiplying. All right, the next one is, let's see, let's do the 7 and 14. 7 goes in here once. 7 goes into 14 twice. Oh, I have a 2 and a 12. 2 goes in here once. So I know that cannot be reduced, right? 1s can't be reduced. And 2 goes into 12 6 times. So now if you want to, you could just stop right here and go straight across. 1 times 6 times 1. 1 times 2 is 2, and 2 times 8. Now you notice that you can still reduce this. 2 goes into both of these. You see, I could have reduced the 2 and the 6 right there, or 6 and 8, because 2 goes into both of those. So let's see. 2 goes into 6 3 times. 2 goes into 16 8 times. If you're having problems seeing that, what I always like to do is put 2 goes into both of these. I'll put a 2 there and a 2 there. Just to remind myself, I'm going to scale it down by 2. I'm going to scale it down by 2. And that's all we're really doing. We're scaling them down. Like this fraction, I scaled it down by 3. I went down by 3. Okay?